career high 11th strikeout of the night. Blaine Knight, one of the top pitchers in college baseball.
Folks, he's been a giant killer the whole year. He's beat some of the best arms in the country. Mize, Singer.
I'm going right after him. I'm not scared of him. I don't care if he's got 24 jacks in the year or not. I'm going to make him hit my pitch. He hits it out, But, I got an offense behind me that's going to put up more runs than he can put up by himself.
Knight wins the first battle as Clemens strikes out. And a 1-2-3 inning for Blaine Knight.
This is the Morning Rush, and it's time for the opening drive. Well, lights come on.
All right, we welcome in former Razorback pitcher, former Bryant Hornet, Blaine Knight, here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Blaine, you obviously heard some of your highlights there. One of the best highlight clips that in recent baseball memory was you talking about Clemens Kid and going right at him in that first game of the College World Series in 2018. You obviously had a great infield and outfield behind you. How confident do you think Arkansas's pitching staff is right now, knowing that they have one of the best fielding teams in baseball to back them up?
They should be as confident as they could ever be. At the end of the day, everybody loves punch-outs, don't get me wrong, but your defense is what's going to help you get through all these games. Obviously Gage punched out the world the other day, but that only happens so often. So, if I'm any of our guys on the staff right now, I'm going and filling the zone up against these guys and let my offense help me out and still win a ball game.
Blaine, you didn't lose a game your final year in Fayetteville. It was one of the craziest stats that's ever been seen through the course of a Razorback baseball season. And then we took in, like what you were talking about, Gage, on Monday night. Nearly a perfect game, no-hitter, 65 years it's been since the last one. As a former pitcher, what did you notice about Gage so that was clicking for him and just to get him to that point of his career and that moment Monday night?
He's had a good fastball all year, obviously, but, I don't know. There was something about him, his demeanor, everything. He was locked in. His fastball was playing up more than what I've seen it play up all year and times I've got to watch him. He was just going right after guys. He was in that mindset of, he kind of felt like he was backed up in a corner. The team was backed up in a corner. It was a must-win game, and so he decided to take it on himself and just go get after guys and do whatever he can to put the team in a winning position to keep pushing on.
Blaine Knight with us, Bryant, Arkansas product. What's it mean to you, Blaine? As an in-state kid, you've watched this program your whole life. You saw Will McIntyre, another player from Bryant, on the bump. Seems like he was there back when you were even playing. What's this mean to you, being from Arkansas and watching this team amongst the four left in college baseball?
Oh, it's awesome. And, especially, just to see this team. I know they've had some ups and downs this year, and they've had to battle a lot. And but they're a super talented team. So as a fan now, not a player, but as a fan, it's awesome to sit back and watch these guys battle it out every time they go on the field and try to bring a national championship home this time.
Why has LSU been such a nemesis, particularly in the College World Series in the postseason? Why can Arkansas not seem to find their number even in a single game?
LSU's always been tough. Heck, they were tough back when I was there. You go talk to DJ or, any of those guys. They were tough back in 2012 era when Stanek and them there. We've always battled with LSU, and, it's just a props to them. They recruit good. They got good coaches, good players. They're tough to beat. Their fan base travels like ours. They're a heavy traveling fan base. So, they always have that in their corner just like we do. It's just, eventually we're going to edge these guys one way or another, and I hope today's that day.
Knowing who has pitched already, knowing, being able to watch some of these guys, what direction would you go if you're Dave Van Horn and Matt Hobbs today? Who would get the ball? Who would get the bump today?
Today, the way I think they're going to handle it, and it's an all-hands-on-deck kind of day because you can't look forward to tomorrow until you get to today. I know Gackle threw, he threw 80-plus pitches the other day or whatever it was. So, I bet he's going to be a little limited. I think you might see him in a certain situation today. But you just got to go with what your gut's telling you. Your guys, whether it's Gibbler or whoever, I think it's going to be kind of just a piece together kind of game, to get through tomorrow. You can't conserve until you get through. So, I think today's a must win. I think you're going to see a lot of different moving pieces. But I guarantee you DVH and Hogs got a plan. And so I'm curious to see who they're going to throw. I've been thinking about it all morning, so I'm curious.
Well, I was wondering what you thought because you'd have a better idea of what would fit.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be you can't really conserve anything. You got to get through today to get to tomorrow. And in my opinion, so, I think it's kind of an all hands on deck scenario. And, you get your name gets called, go give it all you got until they come take it from you and give it all to the next guy.
Blaine, I wonder your perspective to kind of go off that. By the way, talking with former Razorback pitcher Blaine Knight, undefeated in his final year in Fayetteville. You got an opportunity, obviously, to play that first game and beat Texas. And who knows what would have happened, but you guys ended up beating Tech and then Florida. Of course, you started game one of the championship series against Oregon State. For Gage Wood and Zach Root, who have been 2-1 and 1-2 this season, I mean, how much of an emphasis is it to that pitching staff's like, hey, we want to give these guys an opportunity to get the ball back again?
No, for sure. I mean, that's your workhorses. You want to do whatever you can do to get those guys the ball again. I mean, that's going to give you your best chance. I mean, that's your guys. So, doing, like I said, Root coming back last night and doing what he did, he put up 5 scoreless last night. Wasn't that right? 5 scoreless? And so, he came back. He had a shaky outing against LSU, but, that happens. For me, he bounced back and he showed what he had last night. And, he got him through another game. And so it's another day to survive, another day to play. So it's another chance for the rest of the team to pick up the slack and get him or Gage the ball one more time, before it's all said and done, and see if they can bring it home.
Blaine, I wonder your perspective. You guys went through the winner side of the bracket. You didn't lose till you got to the championship series. This team is obviously going through different circumstances, losing to LSU game 1 and being on the brink of back-to-back elimination games, and including one tonight as well. Is there a different mentality, in your opinion, that these guys take, if any, when it comes to playing games like this?
I'm sure there is. Every guy's different on how they kind of go about stuff. If it was me, how we did it in 2018, my mentality was, we weren't leaving. My mentality, if I was there right now, would be, we're not leaving. Yeah, we lost, but we're not leaving. You just got to go give everything you got at the very end of the season. That's what you play all year for. That's what I came back in 2018 for, was to be in that situation at the end of the year, to try to bring that home for the state of Arkansas. And so, you've got to, your mentality's got to be just keep plugging away, keep going. It's not over till the last out's made. So give it all you got until that last out's called, game's over. Yeah.
Give us a little update on your professional career. I know that, obviously everyone knows you were drafted in 2018, Orioles. Last year you had a contract, I believe, with the Phillies. Kind of where things at right now, and what's the next stage in life for you here?
Free agent sitting at home right now. Free agency's tough right now. It's not easy, especially on the minor league side. And, just sitting at home waiting. I'm still throwing, still lifting, still doing all my stuff. Obviously looking into the future a little bit, trying to figure out what the next move is if I don't get another call. But, we're kind of hanging with it. There's opportunities out there. It's just a matter of my name gets called or not. Last year with Philly, I was throwing really well. I worked and battled back, got back in to an organization, just got hurt. Had form go out on me last year, and it was bad timing. So it put me in another sitting on the outside looking in scenario this year. But we're going to keep plugging away, see what happens, and if I don't get another call, I've had a good career. I can hang my hat on it. I can be happy with it. Especially like from what I did at college. That's more what I look at than anything than on the pro side. My Arkansas career was what I'm going to hang my hat on forever. So, we're going to keep going, enjoy the family time with my son and stuff and my wife while I'm home, and, see what happens.
You mentioned your Arkansas career. Blaine, Tommy was talking about pride of just watching this team. How about the first thing Gage does when he strikes out the final hitter 2 days ago? He just points to Arkansas on his chest. What did you feel in that moment when you see a kid feel so strongly about this program in this state?
No, he's a home state kid. He's got the same feelings that I had when I was there. That's our growing up our whole lives, that's our team. You know, the Hogs are our team. That's our professional team. That's everything for a kid here in the state of Arkansas. So, you know, for him to do what he did on that stage and that spotlight, you know, and want to represent the state, and that's what he's out there trying to do. And so, you know, he lives and breathes it and dies for it like I did. So, you know, I'm super proud of him. It was incredible to watch. I was fortunate enough to watch every single pitch of that. So, you know, I'm super proud of him, super proud of this team for battling and hanging where they're at. And, you know, just keep representing the state. Keep representing the state, it'll be good.
Blaine, how nervous were you for Gage? I mean, I was nervous sitting on my couch watching the game. You understanding that moment, how nervous were you for Gage Wood and the program as they inch closer, batter by batter, to that no-hitter?
Man, I wasn't nervous. I was excited. I wanted to be the one doing it. You know, like I said, I've been in those games and stuff like that, and I never felt nerves in those situations. I always felt excitement in those situations, like wanting to get after it. And, you know, when that guy stepped out on him, you know, you just kind of saw the look on his face, just like, not today, not today. And, you know, he had that look about him like he was out there to finish a job, and I love it. I mean, I didn't see any nerves for him. I wasn't nervous for him. When I saw his look on his face, I was like, oh, he's got it. I was like, he's going to shut the door. And, I mean, obviously he did. I mean, heck, he held his velo above 96 the whole game, and they just couldn't touch him.
Like 90-plus degrees during that.
Still throwing 97 in the ninth inning. That was 119 pitches in. That's pretty impressive.
Blaine, as we let you go here, we've got about 45 seconds. You kind of mentioned earlier the battle, the resolve of this team. Gage obviously had an injury where he was out for 2 months. I'd have to go back, but I don't remember you guys going through that much difficulty. In fact, I think they lost 3 straight SEC series for the first time in a while under DVH. I mean, as a team and then as an individual for Gage, what are your final thoughts on just how this team has persevered and gotten to this point?
I think they've done well. You know, and like I said, they've had some adversity this year. They've had some injuries. They've had some ups and downs. But, you know, that's part of the game of baseball, and that's part of playing in the SEC. I mean, that's the men's league for a reason. So, you know, you've got to stay strapped up and just keep going. I mean, if you're going to get knocked down, you just got to get back up and keep going. And that's what the team's done all year. That's what they're doing right now. And, you know, I'm going to sit here and watch them from the house and hope for the best and wish them the best.
Blaine, we could have ended it better. Appreciate you joining us today. Former Razorback pitcher Bryant Hornet and Major Leaguer Blaine Knight, kind enough to make some time for us this morning. Blaine, enjoy the game tonight. Hopefully we clip off LSU for the first time in Arkansas LSU postseason history.
Absolutely. Thank you all for having me. Go Hogs.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your #1 source for all your sports betting action. With baseball season in full swing, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, scores, and even live in-game betting while the games are being played. We keep the dog days of summer rolling with the largest selection of odds on everything. With updated odds on the MLB, UFC, and boxing to tennis and NFL futures, BetOnline remains the best online source for all your sports wagering information. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. BetOnline, the game starts here.